All right, everybody, welcome back to another video here on Financial Friends. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. If you're new to Financial Friends, this is a community of people who love business, finance, and investing related content. If that's you, stick around, hit subscribe, and help us on the road to 1,000 subscribers. We're trying to get to that 1,000 subscriber mark so I can help dedicate more time to this community by, of course, monetizing this YouTube channel. So thank you very much. Also hit like if you're already subscribed and hit like if you just subscribed. Thank you very much. And let's go ahead and dive into today's video, which is a reaction to 6 things that you should know at 20 or that you might have wanted to know when you were 20. Now, this is a reaction to an Everything Money YouTube video. The guys over at Everything Money are absolutely awesome. They talk stocks, trading, options, financial freedom, real estate, and they're posting content every day. Go ahead, check out their YouTube channel. I am a lot smaller than they are. Hundreds and 150 some thousand subscribers, of course, smaller than they are, but I can aspire to build something very, very similar. And the video is 6 things I wish I knew in my 20s, recorded by Seth. So definitely go ahead and check it out. In this video, I'm going to be giving my opinions and my thoughts on his points as a 20-year-old who, I'm just going to be honest with you because you guys are all really close here. I've been told a lot that I'm an old soul, right? That I see the world differently, that I'm an old soul, that I just don't act like a normal 20-year-old. I was assumed to have been 24 or 5, I think I was told, at my job. People actually did not know how old I was. Now, that is not egotistical. It's not to toot my own horn, but it is so that I can give you guys some of the information that I'm experiencing at a young age. If you're above 20 years old, this video still applies to you. It could be interesting, you could learn something new, and you can still apply these things to your life because of the first point right here. Let's get into the video. Life is long. Okay, so Seth in the video talks about how you have time to mess up and you need to slow down. And when we're 20 years old, we want to have everything figured out. And unfortunately, we just don't and we can't. So some of the things that I wanted to talk about: don't be afraid to lean in. It's going to hold you back from success in the long run. It's okay to take things slow and live at home. It's okay to extend your schooling. I'm currently living at home, and it's going to take me another 4.5 years to finish school at the pace that I'm currently going. I've already done 36 some credits, and I still have 4.5 years left because I'm not getting into debt as I go to school. I'm paying it off at the same time. And it's also okay to try things, be okay with slow and steady growth, and as a result, potentially fail. Because again, life is long. We have a long road ahead of us. We often overestimate how quickly we can do something, and we underestimate how we can build something over the long run. So be slow, slow down, take your time. You don't need to have it all figured out. You don't need to move out. You don't need to go to school. You don't have to do these things. If you have the opportunity to live at home, save money, build wealth, take it. Number 2, have patience. These two go hand in hand. Seth's point, both in developing skills and investing, have patience. Only focus on the next task, not 50 ahead. And don't chase stocks, build a nest egg instead. And my points are really kind of hand in hand with this and hand in hand with making sure that you're living a life that you're assuming will be long. When you try something, really try at it. A lot of kids, when we're younger, we assume that effort is not cool, that trying hard, that putting in the work, grinding is not cool unless you're playing a sport. You can be into an instrument, into investing, finance, art, whatever it is, putting in effort is cool, but have patience with it. When you try something, lean in, just like we talked about. Really make a good effort and stick with it. Don't hop around. You're never going to build a skill, a good quality skill, if you're just hopping from thing to thing to thing all the time. It's great to explore, but once you find something, be patient. Don't skip things, or trying to skip things, as I just mentioned, it doesn't work. Skipping around, trying to play too many games at one time, doesn't work. Pay your dues. Don't skip the line. Don't try to chase a hot stock and invest and grow your portfolio to $1 million in 2 years. Don't do it. Be patient, because by trying to skip, you're going to put yourself further behind. Again, chasing hot items won't build wealth. I should have put stocks there, but I meant items in general. Bitcoin, NFTs, anything that's hot and trendy. That's not to say that those things aren't good investments. But what isn't a good investment is not understanding what you're investing in, doing it because everybody else is doing it, and not putting money in something that has been proven over the last 100 years to build wealth over a 40-year time horizon, index funds, or ETFs. So make sure you're putting money where it's supposed to be. Take risk and have fun, but do it with an understanding that you can lose it all. If the index funds go to zero, we have a much bigger problem in this world than in this country, okay? So take your time, have patience, don't chase GameStop, don't chase AMC, don't chase these things around trying to be the next millionaire. Be patient. Number 3, be realistic. I think you're kind of seeing a trend here. Seth's points. You won't be a millionaire at 30. You have to save early and often, and you will have to work hard in life. These 3 things go right coinciding with my points, things that I have experienced. Be okay with being frugal. Find joy in small things. People will make fun of you for enjoying not buying something, for enjoying buying stocks, for enjoying a coffee or the smell at the beach or doing yoga or going for a bike ride. But if these things that are generally inexpensive are fun to you, and enjoy it and be okay with being frugal. You don't have to buy name brand. You don't have to shop at the best stores and do the best things if that's not what you like. But be realistic with your expectations. You can't afford all of the Louis Vuitton and to pay your rent. It just always doesn't work. Save now, invest now. You're not going to regret it, or you will regret not doing it. Okay? Right now, if you are 20, you have a big time horizon. You have till potentially 75, 80 years old. So you have 40, 50 years to build wealth. Take advantage of it. Don't be afraid to save now. Don't be afraid to be frugal, not go out with your friends, to not party, to save that money and put it towards your future. Put it towards something that you might enjoy. Maybe that's art. Maybe that's something else. Maybe that's building connections, building a network, using money to expand or grow or read or whatever it might be. But save, invest in yourself. You're not going to regret it, and you're going to regret not having done it when you have the opportunity. And also, it's easier said than done, but find a passion. If you find a passion, work on it outside of your job. You can still work at Target. You could still work at Kohl's. You could still work at the gas station or at the putt-putt course or whatever it might be. Bring in money, right? But also work on your passion. If it's photography, art, YouTube, investing, film, sports, whatever it is, you could still be realistic and move towards your goal, but find a passion and work really, really, really hard at that. Remember, life is long, and to be patient, that will help you when you're working on your passion. You can eventually grow it to something where then you can branch off and you no longer have to do the job you didn't want to do in the first place. But you have to be realistic with yourself and understand it's going to take a lot of work. Number 4, should be number 4, I guess it's number 3 twice. Make connections. Seth's points that he made, and these are really fantastic points. It really is about who you know, not what. College is for networking, not education. Join and participate. And I added the not for education part. It is for education, but networking, who you know, who you can collaborate with, who can you build a business with, who can you then leverage that friendship, that connection that you've made into a new engineering job, a career, a position, an opportunity. But to do those, to make those connections, to have those chances, you need to join and you need to participate. You can do this by using social media and talking to people. Talk to people in class, talk to people on campus, talk to people in your neighborhood, in your community, at the grocery store, and use social media. You can build a brand around anything nowadays, and I literally mean anything. Sleeping, talking, podcasting, lights, photography, cell phone videos, technology, investing. You can build a brand around it, and it can be your personal brand. Or you could build your personal brand and a page or a theme. I am the same thing here. I am Brendan Shimo, but I am the founder of Financial Friends, which is a brand outside of me. And I'm using social media to leverage my interests in finance. Also, this is something that I need to work on, but use your school's resources. If you are going to school, you're spending a lot of money to do so. Use the resources your school provides you. You might feel like they're cringy. You might feel like they don't add value. But if you really put your wholehearted effort into something and you immerse yourself in the school's opportunities and resources, you will find that you can build a larger network. Remember that sometimes it's not about making friends with the kids or your peers, but rather the professors. The professors did the career, had the opportunities, were in your seat before, and they're teaching you the ways. They're connected, they're big, they have sway, they have power. A lot of them are, if you're going to a really, really big school, they worked on Wall Street in these big, massive professions with potentially really big titles. They know way more people than you know right now, and they can help you out. So be active in class, raise your hand, and be engaged. I'll give a personal story. I was in a Zoom class all year last year. I talked, I engaged, I answered questions, I made sure I understood the topic and the resources that we were given. I used them, I took advantage of them, I spoke up in class, I had my camera on, and I was engaged and ready to go in class. The professor had noticed that, and afterwards pulled me aside when we had to go in person for only the second time to take an exam. And she pulled me outside the classroom afterwards and talked to me about different opportunities, about speaking to her about potential internships, right? She was more willing to engage with me and to help build a connection with me because I was engaged in her class and participating. So it's cool to put in effort, especially to the people that matter. Number 5, be ready for luck. Seth's points on this is you have no control over luck, but you need to be talented and connected and ready to take a risk. So a couple of my points were to have the tools to be ready to take advantage of this. It's very simple. It's actually the same exact thing he said. Being talented and being connected, being willing to take that risk, those are the tools. So, read, study, build a brand around something, do something, not just read about it. Take real action and make sure you're participating in this field via social media, via real life, whatever it is. Join it, participate in it, do it, be connected and talented from it, and ready to take the risk when someone from that group, some connection, is inevitably ready for you to help them out. This is going to take work. You're going to have to work for luck. The people who get lucky had worked for that. They were ready. They were talented and connected and in the opportunity in the right place at the right time because they put themselves there. You have to do it. This is something I've realized, and I'm also working towards taking risk. This YouTube channel for me, and being very open here, is a massive risk, and I want to quit everything else and take this risk. I really do. In my heart of hearts, I want to be done with school, and I want to be done with work, and I want to pursue Financial Friends. But I simply don't have the means to do so yet. So I'm setting a realistic expectation, making sure I remember life is long, and I'm being very patient. 3 of the first things we talked about. I'm going to school, I'm working, and I'm doing this YouTube channel all at the same time. I'm trying to put myself in the best position for all 3 to be ready when opportunity strikes, and I'm seeing opportunities in each of them. I just haven't had the means to take advantage of them, so I think I need to work on taking a little bit more risk. Number 6, invest right now. This is one I am very passionate about. Money cannot be taboo, says Seth. Talk about money to fix your money problems, and quit vilifying those who are wealthy. All 3 of these things are extremely important. Avoiding the problem doesn't fix it. That's why you're here. Here we are, Financial Friends, a community of people who I would love to sound off in the comments, start group chats, start whatever. Be a part of a broader community that talks about finance, investing, and money, and is willing and open to share their opinions even if they are incorrect, because the community can help. I'm not always perfect and right. You are not always perfect and right, but the beautiful thing about it is we have a passion and we're not judgmental here. We're going to help everybody because no one is the best. We are, as a collective, the best. So again, because you were willing to work for it, or because you weren't willing to work for it and work through those problems and talk about money and fix your problems, it doesn't mean that people who did are bad. So don't vilify those people who have put in the work and grinded and been successful and built portfolios and made connections and took risks because you didn't. Building wealth builds a massive opportunity right alongside of it to make donations, to be charitable, to employ people, to build businesses that can literally change other people's lives. So because you want to be rich or powerful or wealthy because of it, with money, don't think that that's a bad thing. And if you didn't do that, don't vilify those who did. Last thing here, this is for everybody, including myself. Time is our best friend. If you are young, if you don't think you're young, you're young. You need to start right now. Quit waiting to make investments because it's not the right time or whatever. Right now is a great time in the market. One of the best times we're going to get. And something very simple here. $0 initial investment, $400 monthly contribution. So if you can add $400 for 40 straight years at an 8% interest rate compounded annually, you will have $1,243,000 in 40 years. But you know what happens when you wait just 5? Just to go to school and not invest anything while you're there, just to take a risk, and I'm going to decide not to invest for those 5 years. Not investing is risky. If you wait 5 years, you're no longer a millionaire. If something happens while you're waiting, you can only contribute $350. You're no longer in the 800,000 club. But let's say you do invest for 40 years and maybe you can give a little bit more, $375. Let's see where that puts you. In the millionaire club. So again, time is your friend and time is your biggest enemy. Don't wait. Start now. You are in the perfect place, financial friends, and the community of people here who love business, finance, and investing. So these are 6 things that you should know or should want to know at 20 years old. Let me know what you thought of my opinions down below in the comments. Again, I'm not trying to come across as egotistical. I don't know everything, but I am an old soul, and I do spend a lot of time here on YouTube looking, researching, reading, and talking about finance. So thank you very much for tuning in. I hope you were able to take something away from this video. Share this video with someone who could use it, someone who's young, someone who thinks that they don't deserve an opportunity, or someone who's not putting in the work they should be, and they have a massive opportunity in front of them. Thank you all for watching, and have a great one. Don't forget to subscribe. Take care.